All right, it's already recorded. Okay, can we continue it, sir?
Okay, go on.
All right. And then now I'm working as the head tutor and EFL tutor in Limbung English Village, which is close to Supadio Airport. And now I also own a private English course in Pontianak City. So when I was a student also, I also worked as my own private English course. And then after I graduated, I also got a job as the head tutor and EFL tutor in Limbung English Village. For organizational activities, now I am the chief of the Solidarity of Youth in North Kayong team, which is the Senggayong team in North Kayong Utara. And basically, it focuses on the tourism sector of my region. And also, I am the head of teaching and learning division in Bantu Pendidikan Kita community. Maybe some of you are here also the members of Bantu Pendidikan Kita community. We also focus on how to say that education. We focus on education and we really focus also on how to say that constructing and renovation schools in hinterland area. Moreover, for training and workshop, I also the alumni of Camp Epic X Kalimantan 2020 this year. Basically, it's about teacher training for final year students. And I also the presenter of iCode in EKPGRI Pontianak. For the awards, I have already been the first place and best speaker in English debating championship, which is held by IKIP Pontianak. It's around 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And I also have some experiences when I was a freshman. I was being chosen as the delegation of IKIP Pontianak to represent it into the regional competition of National University Debating Championship. And then 1 year ago, I also being chosen as the representative, as the adjudicator of NUDC. And I also being a delegation of IKIP Pontianak and Indonesia in SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals Cultural Camp in Kaohsiung, Taiwan 2019. So maybe all of you may wonder why this year we don't have this SDGs cultural camp, because maybe it's about the coronavirus, but maybe for next year, if the coronavirus is finishes, maybe you guys can join the SDGs cultural camp from our campus. Okay, so we're going to move on the debate. So what is debate? Basically, the debate is about a clash of arguments or the fightings of arguments, where you guys need to convince the judges. If you can convince the judges, then you are the winner. So those are the keys of debates. The first is you bring your arguments, and the second ones, if you can convince them, then you are the winner. Then the big question is, what is the arguments, and then how can we convince the judges, right? So maybe this I also keep wondering why how to make a good arguments, and then how to convince the judges properly, right? Because we cannot just bring the false data or false information into the debate. Or maybe if you guys want to talk about something maybe not from data, but you can use your logical thinking, which is we need to use our critical thinking more often. Then debate is not only about how you can use your beautiful words, your beautiful English words, then you convey it to the judges or to the to the opposite teams, but it's even you cannot say English, like ungrammatical, walaupun grammarnya juga tidak bagus, but if you can convince the judges that the arguments, your arguments is better than others, then you are the winner. So yeah, debate is the first is about the clash of arguments, the fightings of arguments, and the second one is you can convince the judges, and then you are the winner. Continue. So there are kinds of debates here. For the university level, we knew as the parliamentary, which is British parliamentary, and maybe you guys know about American and Australian. That is for the high school level. When I was in my senior high school, I also joined debate competition and went to the province selection at that time. And we use as Australian American parliamentary, which is we need 3 people in a team. But in British, we only need 2 people in one team. Maybe you know it, right? The system of British parliamentary. But now we're more focusing on or centering on the British Parliament itself. And for the level of the selection, we do have four levels. The first one is university. So if you guys want to representative our campus to join NUDC, so we need to compete in our university level. Basically, our our lectures, Mr. Sarawi and other lectures will select the best of the best. And for this year, because we did that in online, the selection way is kind of different from another years, which is you guys need to have at least 1 or 2 experiences on debate, maybe when you were in high school, or maybe you guys have you join a debate, an open debate in another university. So if you want to represent our campus, so you need to have at least 1 or 2 more experiences on debate. After in university level, so you will represent our campus to the regional level, which is our wilayah, regional wilayah Kalimantan Barat. So we will compete to another private universities. So kita cuma compete sama private universities atau kampus swasta in the whole West Kalimantan itself. So at the time when I was being the delegation of IPB Pontianak, there were around maybe 8 until 9 universities that we can compete for. And after that, if you win the regional selection, you will go to national competition. But sadly, unfortunately, this year we cannot win the debate. But for maybe like 2 years, or no, not 2 years, like 4 years ago, our campus had been selected as the national, the national participants at the time. And then if you guys win the national level, so you will go to the World University Debating Championship. And West Kalimantan this year which representative by the participants or the students of University Tanjung Pura, they won the debate of national level, and now they will go to Korea to representative Indonesia to the World University Debating Championship. And I really hope that our students from our campus can do better, maybe for next year or 2 years, and those hopes those hopes engages in your hands. So maybe guys, if you're interested in debate, so you can practice right now. You can find friends to compete for, and you can just have if you want a link or connection about a debater in Pontianak, I know some of them, and if you want to reach them, you can ask me for the detail. So that's all for the kinds of debate and levels. So we continue to next slide. And this is the benefits of debating. Benefits of debating is very, how to say that? It's very broad. The first one is about you will gain a lot of um, broad of multifaceted knowledge cutting across several disciplines outside the learner's normal academic subjects. Yeah, because in our school or in our college, we tend to learn about only our subjects, which is maybe social linguistics, linguistics, and morphology, for example. But for the knowledge of outside of our campus, maybe we lack of that because we tend to not discuss it in our college. But in debater areas, you will learn a lot about our information, about the situations nowadays. So you will increase your knowledge, not only your college life but also in daily life. And the second one is increasing learners' confidence, poise, and self-esteem. It is one these three things are important in public speaking. If you are confident, then if you are a debater, you have to be confident to speak out your opinions toward something, right? And your poise and your self-esteem. When you think you are confident, you will have your self-esteem in yourself. And then providing an engaging, active learner-centered activity. Of course, it will make you active because one of my experiences when I was joining a debate, if you are active in debate, you'll automatically active in your class, of course, because you cannot be just calm. For example, like if lectures has pointed at you about what is your thing, what is how to say that, what do you think about this, what do you think about that, your minds are not your minds are how to say that, your minds cannot just keep silence. You really want to talk. So that's why debaters are really active, because their mind cannot stop thinking. And then for another one is debate can improve rigorous higher order and critical thinking skills. Yeah, actually critical thinking skill is really important for us, because critical thinking right now is one of the main ideas or the main thing in our curriculum right now. And critical thinking also focus on solutions. That's why in debate we're not talking about these problems, but you need to propose some solutions on regarding the motions. Motions consist of some problems, right? For example, if we find one motion about, for example, this house believe that school will ban uniform. So what do you think? If you agree, so you need to think about a lot of things. For example, like you will think about the financial problems, maybe from the culture problems, maybe anything, right? What will uniform can relate for? So that's why if we think about the priority of uniform is really having a correlation with the financial problems, then you need to propose one solution. So that's why critical thinking is very important. And then another one, enhancing the ability to structure and organize thoughts, of course. And then enhancing learners' analytical research and note-taking skills. Yep. When you want to propose the arguments and build the arguments, which is arguments has, if you want to make one argument, there are structured. So when you want to convey it, you have to be structured in a way. And then in order to be structured, you need to research well. Why? Because if you think that one argument is not important, one argument cannot convince the judges, then you cannot, and you will be able to be rebuttal from another groups, and then you will be tackled down by them. So that's why we need to make a structured, the perfect arguments, because we do not want the another groups to tackle us down. And then next is improving learners' ability to form balanced, informed arguments and to use reasoning and evidence. Yeah. So if you want to make an argument, you have to keep it balanced, and then you have to use your reasoning, why you agree, why you disagree, and then you give the evidence, which is from the data maybe, which is from the logical analytical action maybe. And then next is developing effective speech composition and delivery and encouraging teamwork. Yeah, debate needs teamwork a lot. If the first speaker say about this, talk about this one, so another speaker should support the first speaker. But if your arguments are like upside down, or maybe really cannot take the relation of it, so the judges will say that, oh no, this team cannot be the winner because they have their own opinions which is different and cannot link to the motion. And then next, now how to be a good debater. Actually, to be a good debater is not that hard, but it takes time, of course. It takes time because you need to keep calm, to keep yourself calm, because debate is, like debate is not only you scream out, tidak hanya kalian, okay, I do disagree about this, and then you cannot do that, and then so that's not debate actually. So you need to keep calm, do not scream aloud, because debate has the ethics. Jadi debate itu punya aturannya, debate juga punya etikanya. Kita nggak boleh sembarang tunjuk, kita nggak boleh sembarang screaming out. Then and you say that our team is better than this because of this, tapi dengan etika yang salah. Sebenarnya if you want to say that if you are the best team, you can just only say, yeah, our team is better than another because we bring these issues and we propose some solutions about it. Then we believe that we can convince the judges that our team is the winner for this debate. Nah, kayak gitu juga udah bisa menusuk kata-katanya, karena kita udah membawa bring the issues and also we propose the solutions. And then have a good public speaking, of course. Public speaking itu kalau nggak salah ada 11 principles that you need to be, to be able for. Jadi kalian harus punya 10 or maybe 11 principles of public speaking. If you guys can practice it, and then you will be a good public speaker. And then the third one is being you. Ya, in debate itu kita punya style sendiri-sendiri. Kalau kalian pernah nonton video debate, ada yang mungkin ngomongnya cepat, terus cara penyampaian argumennya tuh kayak stop mati gitu kan. Kalau misalnya dia nyampaikan argumen cuma 1, 2, 3, kasih data, kasih solusi, semua tim langsung okay, you are the winner. Ada seperti itu. Ada yang cengengesan, ada yang memang mukanya flat tapi kata-katanya nusuk, banyak sekali. Jadi in debate, in order to be a debater, you need to make your own yourself, your own version of yourself, kayak gitu. Ada yang kalau saya lebih ke tidak banyak itu, tidak terlalu banyak screamingnya, tapi lebih ke pelan tapi nusuk. Nah itu lebih ke saya. Terus number 4 is do research well. Ya, kita itu punya setelah motionnya rilis, kita ada namanya case building around 30 minutes. Nah, sebelum kompetisi itu kita udah dikasih emosi dan kita harus research well. Nah, kan kita nggak tahu nih kita ada di tim mana, ada di posisi mana, whether we are from the government or the opposition team. Nah, kita harus cari dua sisi ini. Jadi if we are in government, what will we say? If we are in opposition, what will we say? Kayak gitu. Nah, jadi do research well ini juga will practice you, bakalan melatih kalian juga untuk bagaimana nanti mempersiapkan thesis atau skripsi kalian. Alright, so maybe that's all for the presentation today. We still have 5 remaining meeting time. Dan Alda belum juga menjelaskan tentang sistemnya. Maybe you guys want to know about it. Like, what is the job atau pekerjaan? How to say that? What is the responsibility of the prime minister, the deputy member with from government or maybe from the opposition team. So if you guys want to know more, then you can ask questions. Thank you so much.
Iya, dia kan model. Beda juga loh. Ada model, ada metode, ada teknik, ada strategi. Nah, itu ada pengalaman waktu Anda belajar. Kenapa kuliah strategi belajar mengajar itu pernah disinggung. Apa itu strategi? Apa itu teknik? Apa itu metode? Apa itu model? Jadi semua itu yang paling induk itu adalah model.
Alright, if you guys have any questions, you can just unmute yourself.
Silakan, ada yang mau ditanyakan?
Yes, Ririn, sir.
Oke, silakan Ririn.
Okay.
Okay. Can I start my question, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Time is yours.
Okay. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Ririn Amalia. I am from A afternoon class. So my question is about POI. What is POI example like, and is POI for asking question or only refute the speaker's statement? Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ririn. Sir, can I directly answer it?
Okay.
Okay, so POI is point of information. That is the rule if you want to deliver your POI, it takes 15 seconds only. Jadi POI itu misalnya misalnya di government itu ada member. Jadi member itu lagi ngomong, terus tim oposisi itu punya pertanyaan kah atau pengen mengklarifikasi, misalnya gitu kan. Mengklarifikasi argumen. Jadi POI itu is not only about you question the person there, but also you can clarify. Terus kalian bisa langsung tackle down. Terus ya mungkin bisa 3 hal tadi. Nah, waktunya cuma diberi 15 detik kayak gitu. Jadi contohnya seperti ini. Misalnya kita fokus sama one motion. For example tentang this house believe that Indonesia should ban school uniform for students kayak gitu. Terus di government mereka setuju karena fokus sama finansial kayak gitu kan. Saya tidak setuju karena ini dapat membuat banyak sekali unadvantageous atau disadvantageous for the students because school uniform itu memiliki for example di SD itu kita punya 6 tingkatan. Nah, mereka harus kalau mereka harus beli kayak gitu kan, berarti mereka harus 6 kali ganti kayak gitu. Jadi itu bakal memakan biaya yang besar. Nah, nanti kalau ada POI, no, that's wrong. For example, kita kalau misalnya gini gimana? Jadi kalau misalnya POI itu kalian bisa klarifikasi, kalian bisa bertanya, what do you think about school, misalnya kan? What do you think about school in this gini. Kalau misalnya kalian punya satu sanggahan atau satu informasi yang lebih bagus dari mereka. Jadi POI is not only about questioning the arguments, but you can clarify it, or maybe you can tackle down with the data. Jadi kalian langsung bisa bilang, no, that's not right. We have this data, so you're wrong kayak gitu. Tapi penyampaiannya harus lebih terstruktur. Nah, kayak gitu. Ririn. Clear?
Ayo yang
We
lain
still have
mungkin
1
masih ada.
minute.
Silahkan gabung lagi ya setelah ini. Mungkin masih ada pertanyaan yang masih malu-malu.
Yeah.
Miss Alda, I have a question about
Oke, silakan.
before